Guys, welcome to Around the Cabin with the keepers of Bushcraft. I'm not exactly around no cabin. I'm actually out under a tarp with a hammock set up and going to be having a one-nighter, just spending the whole night out. I've been stinking of a cough and cold. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, and I think I'm going to be under the weather tonight because I've got a massive storm front moving in, and they're saying that the winds could be up to 50-60 mile an hour with heavy rain. And it was a bit iffy in an army whether I was even going to come out and do the video, but hey, you got to get out there and you got to live it, ain't you? And now the camp's set up, the tarp's set up, the hammock's set up. I'm happy. The open fire I'm not sure about tonight. I have bought a stove and I'll be cooking on that a bit later on. I've been having a look around the woods, and right outside of my camp here is some wild garlic. So I'm thinking maybe an omelette with wild garlic and maybe some spam for tea tonight, and hopefully I can do that little video of me cooking and picking up the wild garlic. It's literally right outside, so I haven't even got to go far if it starts to rain on me. Wild garlic is a really good food to cook with. You can use the leaves for salads, or you can cook with them. You do whatever you want. The roots are really garlicky, and they're just a fantastic food source out here when you're out camping or bushcrafting, or if you're in a survival situation, or you've had to bug out. And so I'll be right back with you guys, and we'll go and see if we can find some, have a little look at some wild garlic and see what else we can find out and about in the field. So I'm actually sat in a bed of wild garlic, and it's all around me, guys. It's everywhere, and I'm looking for these flowers. Look, this is what I'm looking for. These give the wild garlic away early spring and late winter. They normally start coming up, and these are great in salads. And if you smell them, they actually smell of real garlic. They're not as strong as a garlic cube. The roots would be if you wanted to dig the roots up. I just like the leaves. I think they're great, and you can eat them. Fantastic. I'm going to put them in my omelette tonight. Definitely going to have probably a garlic spam omelette, or garlic and nettle omelette. Depends whether I can find any nettles. Nettles can be sometimes a little bit trickier to find this time of the year because it's still really early spring. Me having this cold, guys, this will clear it up, and probably clear my insides out, to be honest with you. So I'm going to do me omelette that I've had, and all I've done is I've just literally run through my knife through these garlic leaves that I've picked, and I'm just going to crack a few eggs, whisk them up in here, and then I've got a little tiny frying pan which is just enough for me to do some of that. I'll put a bit of fat in there first. I just want to warm up. Just want to make sure the omelette has got no chance of sticking, and just go around with that. I shall probably put a little bit of spam in here. I've got a bit of spam as well, and probably dig a bit of that out because that's one of my favourite types of food, and we'll probably put a bit of this in there as well, guys, as on there. Now I just want to put it out roughly. I'm just going to slice it inside the tin. I'm just going to put a few bits of spam on there once again, just to give it a little bit of lift. And there we go. I'll just put the knife through that. Going to heat this up, get the stove going, and away we go. all I've done is I've put me spam and some wild garlic. I'm just going to fry that off. It's looking quite good in here actually. In a minute I'll add my egg. There's my egg mixed in with some wild garlic as well. I'm just going to pour that straight in the pan. And there we go. So my wild omelette is nearly done, guys, and I'm going to sit down and enjoy this in a minute and make a quick cup of tea. And beautiful. You can see it's just perfect. Man, I'm just swinging around in the hammock and this is so much fun. Oh, I could go sleep, just gently rocking, and the weather actually got a bit better. Weather people must have got the forecast wrong. I'm pretty sure we'll still get the rain. The wind's backed right off, which I didn't think it was gonna. But just goes to show that you know, you can do a lot of preparation work and check weathers and all that, but sometimes even them guys get it wrong, and it's not looking too bad at the moment. You can see me inside the DD hammock. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to sleep like a baby in here tonight, I'll tell you. In fact, I'll probably I don't know whether to go sleeping bag or not. I got my Arctic sleeping bag. I'll probably just lay it on here, I suppose. It's a bit more insulation, and it is nippy. It's not cold. I'm feeling it a little bit more because I've got a stinking cold. But I'm going to get up and have an hot chocolate and do some food, I think. So I had my omelette, guys. Absolutely fantastic, and as you can see, it's got dark. I'm just using a head torch to have a good look around, and that's probably all you can see is the head torch. I've got the old woolly hat on and gone for all softy gear, and wind's backed off a bit, and it's not too bad now. There has been a little bit of rain. No, I'm not really worried about that, but it's time to make a drink, and once again I'm just going to use my gas stove for that, just for convenience. Time wise, it's about 10 to 10 at night, so it's not late yet, but I'll tell you what, you just can't beat being out here. And I think we're going to go for a cup of hot chocolate, and as you guys will probably already know, one of my favourites. And I always bring a couple of good water bottles with me, filled up, real handy. The old Nalgene bottles these are, and they really are strong and hold enough water. I'll bring a couple of them, and that normally lasts me for the night that I'm out, or for how long I'm going to be out for. I've got a river not far, and if I need to, I'll go and fill them up at the river. Good old hot chocolate. So I've packed up my campsite and just going to hopefully gather a bit of firewood, have a small fire, and bought a tin of soup with me. I'm going to have that for me breakfast. Great night's sleep last night, it really was, and it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 5, so we're going to have to find some firewood. Most of the woody is wet, but we'll see what we can do, and we'll see if we can get a fire going. Building a fire, you've got to find the right type of wood. Deadfall wood like this will always be good, although it's still damp from this morning. Inside this is pretty dry. Split open, it'll surely burn. Your little Laplander saws like this. This is why they're so much better than an axe. That's what really we're after, is this dry wood inside. Outside feels damp to the touch. Inside, that'll surely make good firewood. Just processing a little bit of wood that I'm going to need in a minute to start this fire with. It's really important that you insulate your fire from the ground like I've done there, and you can see that I've just got a few sticks. It's just insulation. I'll start off with my small tinder, I'll try and get that going first. This wood is a little bit damp. I'll try and get a few sticks going here if I can. For a good fire you need heat, fuel and oxygen. That's the triangle, if you like, of what you need. And the fire now really is pretty well on its way to becoming established, or a fully developed fire. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to just, all I want is a small fire, just to put a tin on and heat up some food. So I don't want a massive fire, I'm not after heat or anything. The fire is quite an important skill out in the field. A fire could really do 5 things for you, and if you remember them, one is the obvious one. It can give you heat, protection, sterilised water's the other one, cooking food the other one, signalling and light, and that's the 5 things that it'll give you. So just that one little action of being able to make a fire out in the field, you can see the importance of that. It's going to be perfect in a minute, and all I'm going to do is put this tin right in there. Tins are great to carry in your packs because you've got a self-contained container. I normally carry a couple. I'll use them, I'll wash them out, and then I can just use them for boiling water in again and things like that. So I'm actually carrying a food source, but I'm also carrying a spare container if I ever or should need it. I have got a Zebra Billy can which comes with me everywhere, and that way I know that I can purify and sterilise water wherever I am out in the field. Just by blowing into the fire, you can see the effects it has by giving it. Right away it develops even more. That's because I'm forcing oxygen into there. A little fire like this is ideal for cooking on. You don't need a massive, great big fire unless you're going to go for the full work. I'm not. I just want to cook this tin, maybe boil some water in a minute. Remember them wild garlic leaves I've got around me? Well, just smash them up and they can quite happily go into my soup. Eggs is just pierce the top, put straight into the fire. It's going to let them cook. And obviously my soup is well away. Man, I'm telling you, eggs cooked on an open fire just taste amazing, and oh, just gorgeous, absolutely lovely. I can't get enough of them. In goes me pan with a little bit of spam in there. It's lovely. Get that right in there. My soup is just about done. Adding that extra garlic just made it taste completely tomatoey, garlicky, real wild. Tastes absolutely fantastic. Guys, all I've done is I've just fried up a bit of spam as well. So I've got tomato, wild garlic, spam, all in a can. What a great breakfast. And I'm going to sit down and enjoy this, I think. Guys, cheers. Thanks for joining me at Around the Cabin, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just me doing a one-nighter. Stayed out the night in the hammock, and you've seen me cooking on a stove, and you also see me cooking on the open fire. Yeah, it was a great time. When you set up your camp, you need to be mindful of deadfall around you. I want to talk a lot more about setting up camps in around the camp area and making it safe. That'll be on in later episodes of Around the Cabin. I think it's important that you understand that trees and all that can pose a real problem when you're camping or hammock camping out in the woods. You should just be mindful of where you're going to be camping. The weather front that should have hit me last night never did, and it just goes to show that checking as much weather and all the weather reports as you can, sometimes they even get it wrong. And as it happens, the wind backed off about 1 o'clock in the morning, and we had a little splutter of rain, and that was about it. It's still very grey and overcast. It's not cold at all. So guys, from me out in the field, for Around the Cabin, see you on the next one.